Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well today. Well, if you're a West Ham fan, you'll be happy but disappointed that you couldn't get the 3 points. If you're a Chelsea fan, you'll be angry about VAR, but you'll be very disappointed with your team not killing the game off to gain the 3 points. So, yeah, and it's in the London Derby, the first one at the London Stadium. It ended it 1-1, a draw. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Although I did say that VAR uh, probably walked Chelsea because we should have won. You know, what the disappointing thing is that the only game we should have won is where we could have gone that penalty. Nothing else. Yeah, that's the only game we could have won is that if the VAR gave the penalty, not by players or the manager, a penalty that should have been given by VAR. This shows you how disgusting of a team we are. We should not be always relying on VAR to save us. We should be performing really well, killing teams off, and always doing one in the final third. But we don't. That's why we keep on dropping points every single game. Even that game against Crystal Palace where we've won, we wasn't that great. We wasn't that great. Today's performance was a good performance. Not a great one, but a good performance. Because when I saw Mount, Ziyech, and Conor Gallagher not starting, I thought that this has to be a must-win game. This has to be a vital 3 points. But the reason why we didn't do that is because there's some players that didn't deserve to start. And the only two was Kai Havertz and Cucurella. That is it. Maybe Reece James too, but it's mostly Cucurella and Kai Havertz because them two players were the worst performances I've ever seen today. The worst performance, Cucurella and Kai Havertz. Them two can hang their head in shame because these two were absolutely terrible in this game. And this is why I said in my predictions yesterday of why I didn't want Kai Havertz, Cucurella, Mount, Ziyech, and Conor Gallagher to start. This is why. It's good that he didn't start Mount, Ziyech, and Conor Gallagher, but he still started Cucurella and Kai Havertz. And when I looked at this lineup, I knew they weren't going to win. It's either we're going to draw or lose, but not to win. And this result proves of why I predicted that. Of course I predicted the West Ham win, and we were very lucky because that could have happened. But thank God that VAR saved us that one. But the way we performed today, we didn't deserve to get that draw. We deserved to lose because even though in that game there was no player missing that sitter, again we still couldn't kill teams off. Like this, what I knew this team is going to struggle. It's going to be taking a long time. Oh, Leicester City scored. Oh my God, Mendy. What a goal. What a goal. I'm just seeing the goal. I'm just seeing the game between Leicester and Tottenham, and Leicester just scored to make it 1-1. I did say it was going to be a draw, I did say that. So I did say 2-2. Wow, Fraser Foster in his first game already conceded. My goodness me. Looks like Tottenham's lead didn't take that long because Brenton Cole scored. VAR took about 2 or 3 minutes to check that goal to see if he was onside, and he was. But 10 minutes later, Mendy scored a wicked goal from inside of the box. My goodness me, what a goal from Mendy. It's Leicester City 1, Tottenham 1. So yeah, as I was saying, we just don't kill teams off. If you look at the table right now, we're in ninth place still. If Aston Villa beat Manchester City and if Liverpool beat Everton on Monday, we'll be 11th or 10th by the end of this game week 23. You will be back to 10th place before we join against Fulham. We'll be back to being 10th place. And if Manchester United and Newcastle win their game tomorrow, if Newcastle win today and if Manchester United win tomorrow, we'll be 13 points behind top 4. 13 points, And also, we would be Right now, if Arsenal win today, we would be. Let me just have a look. Let me just have a look. If Arsenal win today, we would be 22 points. 22 points behind them. With all the money that we spent, we'll be 22 points behind Arsenal if they beat Brentford later on today. That shows you that how disgusting and embarrassing of a team. You know, I know that it's gonna take a long time, but listen, things really needs to improve because we're gonna be in serious trouble if we don't make Champions League next season. Because we could either deduct points or be relegated. Oh, look at Leicester. Oh my goodness me. They have scored again. My God. What an absolute turnaround. It's Maddison that scored that goal. My goodness me. What a turnaround. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Leicester. My goodness me. Oh my days. Leicester are looking for revenge and they're getting it. My God, I told you Spurs is not going to get the win today. Because even though they face Man City at home, Leicester City have gotten a good couple of points in the last couple of games. You know, my goodness me, Tottenham are absolute bottle jobs. They are absolute bottle jobs. Honestly, like, they're just embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Oh, Brentford. Oh, goodness me. They just hit the post too. Oh, and it's Ivan Toney. Oh, Brentford are frustrating Arsenal at the moment. They are. But Leicester City, my God, 2 goals in 2 minutes. And Fraser Foster will be like, I conceded 2 goals in 2 minutes. Like, what's wrong with my team? My goodness me, what a turnaround for Leicester. My goodness me. So yeah, right. Um. So we're just 22 points behind. Oh, Fraser Foster makes a save. I'm telling you, Tottenham are looking absolute toothless right now. They're absolutely toothless right now. But yeah, 22 points behind Arsenal. Money can't buy you success. It just can't. It really just can't. Like, we're just in an absolute mess. So we're going to be in serious trouble if we don't make Champions League. And for me, next season, I feel like it's going to be like this season or maybe a bit worse. Because I'm telling you this right now, this season will be our worst season ever. Trust me, it's going to be our worst. Because even though we finished 10th in the 2016 season, if we continue like this year, we're going to finish below that. I promise you that from now on. From now until the end of the season, we're going to finish below 10th. And this will be our worst season ever. Like I knew it would. So there you go. We're just in a complete mess. We're disgusting. We're embarrassing. There's stuff we can do. Now let's talk about the players. So yeah, like I said, the worst 2 players out there in our pitch was Kai Havertz and Cucurella. Like Cucurella for me can never start ever again because it's not helping Mudryk. Even though Mudryk hasn't looked that good, he's still Mark Cucurella is not helping him. When Belchimo came on, he made more of an impact than him. At least he made Mudryk a little bit better. So I didn't get why Cucurella started rather than Ben Chilwell. Honestly, man. So Cucurella was terrible. Kai Havertz, once again, always terrible when he plays as a false line, which we all say that is not his best position. His best position is a number 10. So those are the only 2 players out there that were terrible when they started. Badiashile was alright, other than fouling Mikel Antonio got booked, but I thought he was alright before then. Thiago Silva, always the captain, the leader, always defending really well, so I thought he looked really good. Reece James, I don't think today was his best performance because for that goal, he should have at least tracked Emerson for that first goal. And maybe other defenders too, but it's mostly him. Because Emerson was playing as left back and Reece James was playing as right back. So I feel like he should have at least tracked Emerson. But other than that, I thought he wasn't that... Listen, I don't think he was bad, but I don't think he was that great too. So I thought he was average in that game, Reece James. Enzo Fernandez was superb, you know, because that assist for Felix goal was absolutely superb, pinpoint. So I thought he looked really good. I thought Ruben Loftus-Cheek was alright because in the first half he made some runs, but he should have done better with that pass. But other than that, I thought he looked alright alongside Enzo Fernandez. So yeah, kind of we complained about Ruben Loftus-Cheek. My man of the match for me was Felix, because in the first half he was our best player. The second half, he wasn't playing how he used to play in the first half, but for me, he was still our best player. So for me, my man of the match was João Felix, 100%. Mudryk wasn't that great, but like I said, Cucurella was terrible and he couldn't help him. So yeah, so Mudryk, there you go. Madueke wasn't his best performance today because I would have thought that since he started, we could get the best out of him, but I thought he looked poor. And that's it. So I thought Madueke wasn't that great today, and Kai Havertz, I spoke about him, terrible player. Now for Graham Potter, his substitution was completely wrong. Completely wrong. I do get maybe take off Madueke and bring on Sig. That's the only thing I do get. But the one thing I don't get is that you took off Mudryk and bring on Mason Mount. Like, seriously. The bench Chilwell on and Chilwell and Cucurella off was the right decision for me. That's what I do get. But you put Mason Mount as a left winger and you bring him on. Like, honestly, like, I don't get his substitutions. Like, Graham Potter is a clueless manager. For me, I'll still give him time. But if he doesn't improve, then I feel like for me, his time could be up. His time could be up. Like, for me, Chelsea fans out there was embarrassing today. The way they booed Cucurella and clapped Mason Mount was embarrassing. Was absolutely embarrassing. Like, the fans wasn't that great today at the London Stadium. Like, when they do substitutes, at least just try and clap. Just try and do that. Support your club, support the team, and then you'll see a change. But they didn't. They decided to book Cucurella and clap for Mason Mount. Like, honestly, that was shocking. Like, Chelsea fans out there was absolutely terrible today. But yeah, Mount on for and take off Mudryk. Like, for me, that was the one decision. I wanted to take off Mudryk. The only people I'll take off was probably maybe Madueke, Kai Havertz, and Cucurella. That is it. I'll leave Mudryk on, and I don't get why he brought on Conor Gallagher and take off Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. For me, that was wrong. That was the one decision by Graham Potter. So to me, the only substitution I was happy about was Chilwell coming on to replace Cucurella, and maybe Madueke coming off and Ziyech coming on, if you know what I mean. So there you go. Those are the only substitutes I do get, but the rest of them, they were terrible. Absolutely wrong. It's as simple as that. So for me, I'll still give Graham Potter time, but if he doesn't improve, then I don't know if Todd Body is going to be like Roman Abramovich and sack him. For me, I'll still give Graham Potter from now until the end of the season. I want him to prove me wrong, but he's not. But I just fear that he's not going to be proving me wrong. He's going to be proving me right. So I really hope and pray to God that Graham Potter doesn't start Kai Havertz and doesn't start Cucurella anymore. That's the only thing. The rest of the lineup was fine, but those two doesn't deserve to start when we face Southampton at home, because that's our next game. That is our next game. These two don't deserve to start every game. It's as simple as that. So yeah, that's how the game went. West Ham won, Chelsea won. I told you about the performance, the goals. And so that pass to João Felix was superb. So yeah, but the goal we conceded, none of the defenders was tracking Emerson. So yeah, that was poor. I told about the substitutes. I talk about the players, the fans, and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't think there's any much to talk about in this video. So there you go. So yeah. So I hope you guys did enjoy this match reaction to West Ham United 1, Chelsea 1. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget, if you are new, hit the subscribe button below. Smash the like if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you click the bell notification so that you never miss any of my YouTube content. And make sure you click the share button so that you guys can give your thoughts and your reaction to Chelsea 1, West Ham 1. And let me know in the comments down below whether you agree or disagree with anything I said. So yeah, and what play wedges do you give for the Chelsea players, for the manager, the substitutes, and even the fans? Let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, 3 games we have to win, 3 draws in a row. This team ain't good enough. We move on into Dortmund in the Champions League this Wednesday, and then after that is Southampton at home. So there you go. I just really hope we can get something out of those 2 games. If not, then you can just fuck the Premier League, fuck the Champions League, just fuck this, because this is a write-off. Things are going to get worse before it gets better, and yeah, there's nothing we can do As there's nothing I can say as a Chelsea fan too. I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of it. I knew this team would struggle. I knew this team would not go anywhere forward, and there you go. There's my point proven. So yeah, there it is. So yeah. So got to go, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one. Peace. I'm out of here. Take care.